welcome back to my channel and welcome to the final episode of Foundation 5. So today we're going to be trying out the new Milani GLOW Skin Tint. It's a hydrating skin tint and it's got 29% squalene. It is supposed to be ultra luminous and have sheer-like coverage. It's supposed to melt into the skin for a naturally dewy glow. So that is what we're going to be trying today. By the way, I got this in the shade 110, and I'll put on the screen how many shades this comes in. I don't think it's very much. This is the lightest one, so just so you know that. I also wanted to let you know that it has coconut water in it, which explains the smell, because I said in the application portion it smells like rice water mixed with coconut, and I definitely get that, but mainly I'm getting the rice water. I have to be honest, it smells weird. So we're going to be trying this out. I'm not expecting a whole lot of coverage or anything like that, because obviously it's just a skin tint and it claims to only have sheer to light. So we're going to see exactly how much coverage I can get out of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get to the application portion. So I'm gonna go ahead and shake this up. By the way, I have this in the shade 110 Fair to Light. So I'm gonna do like I normally have been doing, and I'm gonna put this on my right side with the Tati Beauty Blendiful, and then the left side with a brush and sponge. I think the shade will be a little dark, unfortunately, but we'll make it work. I'm wearing a big old sweater today because it's snowing. This is only supposed to have sheer to light coverage, so I guess that will be out to play today in the snow. But oh my gosh. So let's go ahead and put this on my face. I'm gonna see what we're working with here. Ooh, that smells like rice. That's weird. This might be like super light coverage. It's kind of actually thick and pulling on my skin going on. Very, very light coverage. Didn't really do much, as you can see. It's kind of just adding a glow. Not really anything other than that. Yay. Yeah, this smells like rice water, kind of mixed with coconut. What an odd combination of smells. Really not covering. Very sheer, which is what it claims to be. It says sheer to light, it doesn't even say medium, so we might be light coverage today, but that's kind of what I was expecting, so it's okay. The shade is actually not that bad. I think it works since, of course, it is more of a sheer tint and not like a full-on foundation. I think if it were a full-on foundation, it would be very obviously dark, or if it were like that Wet n Wild tinted hydrator that was just obviously way too dark. That one was probably the worst color match I've had, with the L'Oreal being the second worst. I ordered different shades of those, but they're not going to be here for a couple of days because of the snow. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. So here's the first layer. I am going to go in with the second layer to see if we can build it up a little bit. As you can see all of my imperfections shining through. It pretty much just kind of evened out imperfections and added a little bit of a glow to my skin. So if that's what you were going for and you don't really care about coverage, this might be it for you. I'm going to go on the other side with my e.l.f. Ultimate Blending Brush before I go in on this side again with the Tati Beauty Blendiful to build it up and see what we can do. So let's see what this provides over here. It did take down the redness a little bit, not by much, but a little bit. Pretty sheer coverage again. It's not doing much on my nose. It is definitely very sheer. The brush is adding a little bit of brush strokiness, so I will go in with a sponge and have to smooth that out. Of course, I think that will take away the coverage, so we'll definitely have to add another layer and hope for the best, because I think it looks good on your skin if you don't have anything to cover. That sounds weird, but I'm gonna take this and let's see like if it kind of evens out the strokiness. Yeah, it's very sheer. Very, very sheer. This might be the sheerest one I've had so far. Although the one on yesterday's video was pretty sheer, but that was supposed to build up, I think, a little bit more than this one is. So we will see. I am gonna go in again on the right side with my Tati Beauty Blendable. See if we can build it up at all. Definitely kind of making the skin look better, but you can see my scarring, you can see redness. It's pretty much just adding a glow. And that smell is kind of lingering, the rice water with coconut smell. It doesn't actually say on the package how long it's supposed to wear, so we're just gonna have to see if I can get anything out of this. So let's go in on this side and try to cover more of this stuff up. Hopefully we can a little bit, especially that pimple. I love that I got that pimple while I'm trying to do tinted foundation first impressions videos. It took down a little bit more of the redness. I think the color match is okay. I look very dewy. A little bit too dewy. Now I'll probably go over again with a sponge just to get rid of the brush strokes, but not too hard because I don't really want to take away the very minimum amount of coverage that I have. Okay, so this is what I built it up with the Tati Beauty Blendable and the brush and sponge. Obviously you can still see that majorly. It's not anywhere near like full coverage. It's very light coverage, but I don't hate it. It is awfully glowy, a little bit too glowy for me. I'm more of a satin matte person, or a satin, more natural, and this is like making me look very luminous, so I will be powdering, of course. I've been powdering on all of these videos because I just wear powder regardless, so I never don't wear powder. Double negative. I do feel it on top of my skin, by the way. It feels very sticky, so we'll see if that maybe sets down a little bit. But anyway, so I'm gonna go put the rest of my makeup on, come back and tell you how it applied and how everything went on top of it. And we'll do a wear test, of course, while I go enjoy the snow today. So real quick, before I put the rest of my makeup on, I actually wanted to show you what it looks like in the bathroom. It's very glowy, as you can see. It's not full coverage at all. I can see everything pretty much. But, you know, if you have less to cover, I think that you might really like this, especially if you have uber dry skin and want a little extra glow. Initially, I'm not liking it as much as yesterday's foundation, because of the finish and the fact I can definitely feel it on my skin, but I don't hate it. I just think that I would like a little bit more of the glow toned down and a little bit more satin and natural looking. So yeah, I wanted to tell you guys that. I of course will be doing a shot in natural lighting in a little bit. So I will see you guys when I'm done with my makeup. All right, so here is the rest of the makeup on. It's not bad. You can definitely see like the stuff peeking through. Because it is so glowy, I did have a hard time blending stuff on top of it. I even put like a decent amount of powder on, and it still feels kind of sticky, and my bronzer went on a little patchy at first and I had to blend it, and I still don't even think it looks the best. I am glowing right through my powder, so I have a feeling this is not going to be long wearing. I just don't like the way it feels on my skin. I feel like it's a little bit too glowy. I think I would prefer going in with a satin foundation or tinted thing over more moisturized base, like my moisturizer and stuff like that, because I feel like the actual foundation itself like this is making me a little crazy. That is pretty much it for now. So of course, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing check-ins. It is 9 o'clock right now. I'm going to try to do a check-in every 2 hours. So hopefully my first one will be at 11, and then 1, and then so on and so forth. And we'll see how long this lasts. I have a feeling it's not going to last that long, I've got to be honest. I think it's going to be pretty short wearing, because I think that the glow is just going to peep right through, and it's already peeping through. And I just put the rest of my makeup on, so I just think it's pretty much going to get dewier and shinier from here, but I will keep you guys posted. First, I'm going to show you a clip outside, and then of course after that you'll be seeing check-ins. So I see you guys in just a second. All right, so I'm outside, but just for a quick second because it's 15 degrees out, which never happens, but look at all the snow. So I'm very excited. But here's the foundation in natural lighting. As you can see everything, and my bronzer is so patchy, especially on that left side, I think. So I'm just not loving the way it's looking. I feel like I just look a little bit too dewy and not covered enough. which, you know, that sounds like a silly complaint since that's literally what it's claiming. It says glowy and sheer light coverage, but maybe it's just not my cup of tea, you know? See all of my acne scars and whatnot. I'm just not loving it so far, and it still just feels really sticky, and I can still smell the rice coconut smell, just in case anyone's wondering. So it hasn't dissipated yet, but I'll let you know if it does throughout the day. So I'm gonna go hang out with Thomas now because he has the day off because of the snow, because we don't know how to handle the snow in the South. Obviously, we never get it. So I will see you guys in the first check-in. All right, guys, so welcome to the first check-in. It is 11, and I don't like the makeup. It's definitely too greasy, but also it's like really kind of fallen into a smile line only after 2 hours. It's just kind of greasy feeling, and it's definitely getting dewy even after just 2 hours of wear. It already was dewy kind of before I powdered, and then even after I powdered. So yeah, I'm not loving it. The smell has sort of dissipated. I can still smell it every once in a while, like if I'm walking, it kind of like fluffs into my face. So yeah, that's pretty much the update now. So I will see you guys in 2 hours for the second check-in. All right, guys, so hello, welcome to check-in number 2. It is 1 o'clock right now, and everything around my mouth is kind of just creasing. It's not falling apart like that Morphe foundation I reviewed a couple weeks ago. If you haven't seen that video, I'll link it up in the eye and down below because that was awful. But it definitely is like falling into some lines and just looking kind of and it's getting really dewy, and it's definitely felt sticky. Like my hair has actually been sticking to my face. If I move or like the wind blows when I go outside, it'll like stick to my face and I'll have to like pull it off. So I haven't been enjoying that. So I don't think this one's gonna be very long lasting or anything like that. It's very shiny. Like, it doesn't look bad from a distance, not full coverage, but I think that if you had not a lot to cover and dry skin, you might like this. But I'm just not loving it for what I like. Even some of the lighter coverage ones I have tried throughout this series, if you guys have seen those, you've seen that I actually have liked them for the most part. Like, there have been some that I haven't liked or whatever, but this one has just been the one that I haven't really liked very much. Like, the other ones I felt like I could make work, and this one I don't know, like, the bronzer looks patchy. I just don't like the way it looks on my skin. That is it for now. I will see you guys at 3 for my next check-in. All right, guys, so it is 3 o'clock right now. I think this is the 3rd check-in. Sorry, my background's a mess. So here's what the makeup is looking like. You can kind of see it's falling into that little nose wrinkle. It's kind of wearing off now that I'm seeing it on my pores right here. It's doing it over here as well. I haven't wiped my nose or anything. And honestly, the past couple of hours, it's kind of been wearing off on this giant pimple I have. Thank you, hormones. That's pretty much what's going on. I just am not very excited about my makeup today. I've learned this past week to not really mind lighter coverage stuff, but I need it to look good. And this one I just don't think does. I think this is really for somebody who has like pretty much perfect skin and wants a little bit of glow. That's who I think the clientele is, who I think the skin tint is made for. So yeah, I don't think it's made for somebody who actually wants anything to cover and wants it to last. So that's kind of what we're looking at. It also looks like really crusty right here, so just not feeling my best today. I'll see you guys at 5. All right, guys, so this is the final check-in. It's actually an hour and a half later than I was supposed to do my last check-in because I had to do something for school like right away, so I couldn't do it then. But this is the last check-in. That part looks really nasty. It's really creasing above my upper lip now, and just like really textured. I still am distracted by like this bronzer patch over here, and it's not looking great over there either, and it's kind of like clung to this weird dry patch area I have over here. It's just completely worn off on that pimple too, so I'm not loving it. Thomas doesn't like it. He was like, it's too greasy, and I was like, I kind of agree. So yeah, but that is the final check-in and the final ending to the Foundation 5 series. Of course, I do first impressions all the time. I always try to keep up with releases and stuff like that. So I hope you guys liked this video in this series. I was kind of hoping we'd end on a happier note, but no, alas, I am chicken grease. So I hope you guys liked this series and this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the notification bell down below for more videos from me and more content. I do lifestyle, beauty, all that jazz, sometimes fashion. And subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I'm excited to do this series again in the future, and I hope you guys are too, and continue to watch my videos. And yeah, anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!